yields back. Now recognize the chairman of the full committee, Ms. Rodgers, for her 5 minutes of questioning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think I'd rather say the word is nothing as powerful as an idea whose time has come. And this is an idea whose time has come. And I'm so excited about what this transformational technology is going to mean on so many different fronts. But I wanted to start with Mr. Riccobono. And just again, thank you for your powerful testimony. And it's great to have so many in the audience today advocating for those with disabilities. I wanted you to speak about the work that you're doing with these associations and members on the accessibility needs for people living with disabilities, and how limiting will it be for your members if this important technology only comes to fruition in certain parts of the country or just certain populations, and if it's not available, is there a workforce to address your mobility needs?
Yeah, so thank you for the question. One thing that has been, I think, impressive in the trajectory of this technology is the inclusion of people with disabilities in the discussion of how this technology is developed, what the user interfaces will be. So it's not just putting a person with a disability in a vehicle and pressing go, that the making sure that people with disabilities from getting connected with a vehicle at the curb to having independent control within the vehicle to know what's happening, to being able to get there safely, that we've been having discussions all throughout the process with the various companies and the industry on this. You know, what's really important, especially for a person like me, is that ultimate fully autonomous driving, right? Because the pathway we're on is helpful, but you know, if there's still a requirement that you have to be able to see out the window to take control of the vehicle at some point, that's not ultimately going to benefit someone like me. And the other thing I'd say is that I agree that, you know, people who live in many parts of this nation where there is limited or no public transportation system, the ability to independently get a car to come to you and take you to your doctor's appointment or some other important aspect of work or even fun for that matter will be life-changing. And I don't use the term life-changing very often, but the transportation barrier that so many Americans face in getting access to reliable transportation is it is transformative.
Yes, thank you. I have too many other questions, but I just appreciate that perspective so much. You know, I have deep concerns about the Chinese Communist Party embedding themselves in American infrastructure, and I do believe that there's an urgency. We're spending billions of dollars right now to rip and replace Huawei equipment from our telecommunications system, and inaction on the AV front is letting history repeat itself. And you know, we know there's at least 7 Chinese companies testing on our roads today. So to the question, I want to start with Mr. Shapiro. How long, you heard, how long should it take? What components of the discussion drafts before us today will spur the innovation, and which are a recipe for failure? And then I want to give Mr. Bozzella a chance to also answer that.
Is this in the context of China or overall?
Well, I'll just say for, I'd like to, let's keep it on the context of the bills before us and AVs, and just what's going to spur the innovation, and what parts of these bills do you think are a recipe for failure?
I think Congressman Latta has presented a great framework that will allow rapid development of DTV, it will, ATV as well. It will give the encouragement that the companies need. They're on like 8-year, 10-year planning cycles. You have to build a factory, invest billions of dollars. You have to know where your government's going to be. And right now, for example, the limitation on exclusions is so low that there's no commercial way you could do that and make money. 2,500 vehicles just doesn't cut it for a car company, considering everything's there. Hiring the workers, training the workers, doing all the things that are necessary. And I think Congressman Latta has done them beautifully, as have other parts of the bill. I'd like to see a timetable in there personally of when will be at certain guideposts. I think it's always good, especially in the business world, to have measurements so you can measure your success.
Thank you. I'm going to take back my time.